Hi, I'm Gypsy. Welcome to Move Pilates, the Learning and Mastering series. Today we're going to be doing a workout for basics. It's going to be 30 minutes. You're just going to need your mat and some blankets to prop up your head. And other than that, your own fun and open attitude. So let's get started. We're going to start just by working with our pelvis and our neutral spine and our C-spine. So let's turn around. If you need to, sit up onto a blanket. I'll demonstrate that to elevate the hips. Open the feet. Just do a few C-spines and neutral spines to get the body nice and warm. Take a deep breath. Exhale, round into C-spine. Tall and strong. Tall and grounded. Careful to stay out of the hip flexors, but stay in the strength of the power of your core. Concentrate. Elongate. 2 more. Keep the head as part of the spine. Good. Now, we're going to come all the way down. So you're going to sit forward so that your hips come to your heels. You can move this out of the way unless you want to bring it behind your head so that it brings your head up and closes the rib cage in. So let's do a few spinal imprints. I'm going to move this out of my way. You can keep it there if it feels more comfortable. Spinal imprint, inhale into neutral. Exhale, press down through the core. Inhale, neutral. Use the belly. Pull the pelvic floor up like an elevator. Keep it in. Diaphragm breathing. Just a nice warm hug. So relax, breathe in. Give yourself a hug. Okay, let's do one more. And a nice hug. Good. Now, extend the spine. Oops, come back to neutral. We're going to lift our head up. Just check and make sure you're still in a neutral pelvis. You're going to bring the hands behind the head just to hold it there. Now, bring the legs into tabletop. Keep one hand behind the head. Now, reaching down with one arm, we're going to practice our breathing 100s, but we're going to do half of them, so we'll do breathing 50s. When we finish that 50, we'll change and we'll move to the other side. Navel to spine, sit bones are long and connected. We take 5 breaths. Flying and flapping our wings, the wings come from the back. Here we go. Breathe out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Change. And breathe. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, smile, makes it better. Out. Last one. Out. And rest. That'll get us very, very warm. Roll the knees in a few circles, clockwise. Let go of the back, let go of the pelvic floor. Just ease into it and reverse anti-clockwise. Circle those knees. Beautiful. Very, very good. Now, let's bring the feet down and prepare for a little bit of bridging. So we're going to take the inhale to prepare. Exhale, imprint the spine, lift the hips. Balance on the shoulders. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale. exhale, melt the heart. Then the ribs, then the hips, and bring the arms down. Do that again. Press down and lift. Arms overhead. Breathe in, expand. Melt the heart. Shoulders draw down and good. One more, arms come home. Inhale, gather your energy. Exhale, lower. Back lifts up. Knees go away from you. Chest is high. Arms reach, inhale. And roll down. Exhaling, good. Come back to neutral. Inhale. And as you exhale, let's lift those legs into tabletop. Good. Squeeze the heels together, just like you would in Pilates stance. We're gonna keep the knees bent. Make sure you have some space, because if you come here, you're not really making the body work. As you see, this is a soft belly, but as long as you take your legs away from you and you extend them 90 degrees, your abdominal walls and pelvic floor and hips, they must engage. So core is strong. Knees are over the hips, and we bring the sit bones close together and anchor them down. Abdominal curls, arms overhead, circle. Arms come home to the hips. Look forward towards where you're working and bring the chin streamlined. 4 more. In this basic class, we don't need a lot. We just need enough to get our body working and activated. Last one. Good, then hug the knees and roll yourself up. Good, nice. Now, bringing yourself back onto those sit bones just for a moment, let's find ourselves into teaser. So shift your weight so that you can balance between sit bones and hip bones. Hug under the knees to make it a little bit easier. Roll the shoulders, roll the neck. We just want to feel that you can be here for a while. Pull the pelvic floor up and in. Pull the navel center towards the spine and hold. Balance. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, we're going to pull to a ball. Try to keep the feet away from the ground. Inhale, easy teaser. Get tall in the spine and the head. Exhale, come in to a ball. Tight, shoulders down, elbows into the hips. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And in. And out. Good. Let's cross the legs and come up onto our hands and knees. So coming into an upright table, just take a moment to stretch the belly. Come and tilt the hips backwards, arch the spine, look up. Press down on the feet, and as you exhale, tuck the pelvis round into mad cat. Lift the kidneys, bring the chin to the heart. Inhale, arch, stretch. Exhale, round the spine, curl the tailbone, bring the pubic bone towards your navel. 1 more. Pubic bone, tailbone, tilt up and back. And then chin to the heart, and pubic bone towards the heart as well. Good. Come back into the center for stable table. Right arm, left leg, extend away from center, pushing through our stable sides. Inhale, long neck. Lengthen, exhale, put back the table legs. Now we remove the other sides. Take 2 of the table legs away by staying strong on our supporting sides. And then we return. Alternate, remove opposite sides away. Exhale, return. And one more. And return. Good. Have a seat just for a moment. Come up. And take a moment just to feel how the spine is lengthened, how you're connected to your center and core. And let's move it a little bit more further into our core again. So we're gonna come back down onto the back. I'm gonna lay down this way this time. I'm gonna have you take a blanket and place it behind your head. So as we lay down, the head is gonna stay. The upper body is like on holiday. So you're just gonna relax the chest, the head, and the upper back, and we're gonna focus on our center core. So we're gonna come into what's called single leg and double leg stretch without using the upper body. We're gonna focus on the lower body and our pelvic floor. Pelvic floor pulls up and in. It's like you're stopping yourself from having to go to the bathroom, squeezing internally. And then we're gonna take our legs up and the arms are gonna come down. Now, stretch one leg up and bring the other knee towards the chest and switch. Switch. Start to take it a little further out from 90 degrees to 80 degrees, 70, 60, 45 even. Go for what feels good to you and keep the neck soft. Good. And then come back to the center. Now, with double leg stretch, we take both legs out into Pilates stance. Heels together, wrap the outer thighs open and the inner hips together. Stretch the legs like some imaginary force is pulling them, and then exhale. Stretch your spine. Lower back, relax. Inhale, extend. Ribs in. Soften. Two more. This helps to get muscular energy in the legs and coordination between the lower body and the center. Beautiful, good. Now, place the feet down, and we're gonna do what I like to call the hip drop. The hips are going to roll from one side to the other and back. Okay, now I do have this mic here, so hopefully that you will understand that I might go over a little bit of that, but you don't have that, so we can just work together. So the pelvis and the hips are gonna go for like a little roller coaster ride. We're gonna come into tabletop position. Remember, the knees are extended. Upper body's on holiday, you can take the arms out. On an inhale, you're gonna roll onto the side of the hip and drop the knees into one side. You can look away. Inhale. On an exhale, contract your core. Come back to neutral pelvis in table position. Alternate sides. Inhale. Look away. Tighten the center core. And come back to the center. Inhale. Try to keep the shoulders open. If you start to feel the shoulder lifting, that's okay. Try to open it, ground it down. Good. Inhale. You don't even have to go all the way. You can just go half of the way. And exhale. Good. Keep alternating. Look away from the knees, breathe. And last one, side. And center. Excellent. Hug the knees. And roll over. And let's move over onto our bellies. We're gonna take our blanket, open it up, we're going to place it in the center of the mat so that you can lay with your pelvis and your hip bones on top of it. This just helps to get a little bit of curve in the lower back, up and out, so that it doesn't hurt your lower back at all. Now, if you feel you need a little bit of extra, by all means, prop yourself up even more. We're gonna hollow the belly. We're gonna bring the elbows into Sphinx Pose, so you can be a regal royal sphinx. And extend the side body and the torso long. Roll the shoulders away from your ears, open the collarbone and the chest, and allow the neck to be poised like a rose on top of a stem, like a little rosebud. We're gonna do single leg kicks to the back. We're gonna flex the ankle, then we're gonna point the ankle, and then extend it back long. Flex, alternate sides, point, and extend it back long. So this is developing our hamstrings and our glutes. Flex, point, extend. Here's the breath. In, out. In, out. Keep the neck long. In, out. Breathe. In, out. Tuck the shoulder blades down into the waistline. Breathe in, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In. On that exhale, let's do 2 more. On the exhale, see if you can really draw your belly away from the ground. That's right. And rest. Nice. Now, one of my favorite exercises to do, it's called airplane. On an airplane, we're gonna extend our arms just like we were flying. We're gonna lift the legs, lift the body, look down to keep the neck long, and hold this position. To balance the sides of the body, we're gonna fly our airplane left and right. Now, if this is too much for you, you can leave your legs down, but still keep the body long. So the legs down or up, we're gonna inhale center, and on an exhale, fly without changing the pelvis. So you don't want to tilt the pelvis, we're going to keep it anchored. So one more time, legs lifted so you can see. Keep the legs long and try not to change them. Inhale center, let's go to the other side. Over time, this helps to bring equality and balance between the shoulders and the hips and the side body. Long and short. So we shorten one side, lengthen the other. And return, and let's push back onto the feet in child's pose to unwind any of those kind of crunchies or kinks you might feel in your lower back. Allow that to settle in. Let's bring the head down. Beautiful. Inhale, roll up. We're going to keep our blanket. I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher, and I'd like for us all to sit with our sit bones on top of the blanket. So we've so far worked the front body a lot, the back body a lot, and the sides of the body a lot. Now I want to do what's called spine stretch forward, which is why I wanted to sit this way. If you have a difficulty in finding that lumbar curve and you tend to slump, I want you to bend your knees. And by bending your knees, press the sit bones deep into the ground like roots of a tree. You can even hold your knees if you need to and get neutral and lifted. So whether your knees are bent or your legs can be straight and you can flex your feet, we're gonna extend the arms out in front of us, thumbs up and shoulders down. Spine stretch is exactly what it sounds like. We're going to stretch the spine. Inhale as tall as you've ever been, like you're wearing an invisible crown on your head. On an exhale, you're gonna round forward, reach forward, and stretch between the vertebrae while bringing the navel in and curved back. Important. So we're not stretching forward and breaking the legs, but we're creating that kind of boomerang shape and making space in the body. So let's inhale, invisible crown. Exhale, offering, rounding, stretching, bowing. Inhale, tall. Exhale, bow. Lifting and bowing. And release the arms. And notice how that feels. Good. Cross the legs. Come back into the center. Remove the blanket unless you want to keep sitting upon it. Just take a little check-in. Checking in and remembering, first of all, in our basics, how do we breathe? Diaphragm. Squeezing tight. How do we lift the pelvic floor? Draw that energy up like an elevator cable. Up into the center. How do we open and stay poised and graceful in the chest? Excellent. Good. So the reason why I wanted just to check in with that is because we're coming towards the end of our workout. And I want to have a really nice, strong finish. So in a nice, strong finish, I want us to come down onto one side. We're going to just do what I call the side flying superhero balance. It's a little bit tricky, but it's fun to do, beginners or intermediate or advanced. You're going to lift both legs, come into Pilates stance, streamline the body, do all the principles that we've talked about, and you're going to lift up, extend the arm all the way down, like you're reaching for your toes. Stack the hips and try to find a balance. Then try to lift the bottom arm up, maybe look away. And you'll notice you may fall forward, you may fall backwards, but this is a good test to stay connected. Good, and release. So as we change sides, I'm just going to give you an image before we go on to the other side. The image of a gymnast, a diver. If you are going to be finishing your, or even an ice skater, right? If they're going to complete their trick or their exercise or their dive or their kind of tough, and practice skilled move, they must stay tight within. So that's really what we're learning here, is how to connect to the central line, that tightness from within. And when we stay connected in the center and we are tight, that doesn't mean that we can't be graceful, balanced, poised, and long. We can still be supple in the inner strength. So come into this other side, envision you're coming off the high dive and you're about to whoosh, go into the water without a splash. And then release. Wow. Let's come back to the center. start to roll around. This is the reward of noticing. The practice has brought you more space, more fluidity. Go the other direction. Let's take a quick stretch out for the neck. So let's drop the ear to the shoulder. Take the arm away. Gently, without a lot of force, open the side of the neck. Keep the shoulders and the hips square. Maybe drop the chin down, if that feels good to you. And change sides. Ear moves to the shoulder. Take the arm away. You can find that kind of resistance point. Be gentle, be straight and square. Lift the pelvic floor. And if you feel getting the back of the trapezius, the levator scapula, a little gentle press the back of the head. Remember the wisdom of the back body. Coming back to the center to finish. Well, I feel amazing and great, and I hope you do too. And it only continues to get better every time we practice with ease and grace and inner strength. I hope you feel it come through your outer body and you take it with you everywhere you go. Till next time, keep practicing. Thanks.